Welcome to my salon. Let's speed through some quick and easy hair tips that'll bring the best out of your hair. This works for all hair types, so everyone could join in. Here we go. The right amount of conditioner. Conditioner is one of the most basic hair products out there. You use it, your grandmother uses it, everybody uses it. Just throw a little in your hair and you're good to go, right? Wrong. Conditioner is one of the most important hair products. And if you're not using this right, you're gonna think you need all these other products to make your hair look good when all you really needed was to use conditioner correctly. A couple years ago, one of my clients would always come in complaining about how dry her hair was. So we would go through everything that we did, every single product we used, like this is how you fix dry hair. She'd leave with perfectly moisturized hair and tell us, okay, I got it now. I know exactly what to do. This is never gonna be a problem. But then the next time she'd come in, again, she would say, why is my hair so dry? She was buying the exact same products that we used to get great results. So honestly, I had no idea what was going on until one day I noticed her checking out and she was only buying shampoo. I walked up and asked her like, hey, you're still using that conditioner, right? And she's like, yeah. I use it all the time. I go through shampoo way faster. I got a ton of conditioner left. Now it's completely normal to go through shampoo a little bit faster than you go through conditioner, but not like a ton faster. So as she was leaving, I asked her to do me a favor. I said, can you please try using more conditioner that you're using right now, just to try it out and see if it solves your problem. And what do you know? That was it. That was the only difference. She wasn't using enough conditioner. And this isn't something that just some people are doing. This is something that most people are doing. Even new stylists in my salon, when I train them, I have to teach them to use more conditioner than they're used to. I tell them to never be afraid of using more conditioner, especially for clients with long hair or blonde hair that tends to be a little bit on the dry side. Just make sure you rinse most of it out. And I know you're looking at me right now like, look at this hair guy. He's trying to get me to spend more money on hair products. But you're not. You're actually gonna save money because when you don't use enough conditioner, you think that you need to buy all these other products. So you waste money on all these other solutions that get really, really expensive when all you needed to do in the first place was use like an extra 10 cents of conditioner on every wash. If there was a button you could press that charged your credit card 10 cents but gave you moisturized hair, you would press that every time. 10 cents is nothing. This is the solution. Don't buy a whole bunch of other hair products. Make sure you get this right. Accepting damaged hair. I get a ton of emails from people with damaged hair, but they never ask me how to fix damaged hair. It's kind of weird. They're always asking like, hey Chris, why do you have damaged hair? What's the best shampoo for that? My first reaction is it's really easy to find your shampoo soulmate. You can get it in my recommended product list as a hair type quiz, matches you perfectly with the shampoo. But second, why are you only worried about shampoo? Why don't we get you shampoo and fix that damage? There's no reason to sit around with damaged hair. We can fix it. This is something kind of new, and apparently I've been doing a really bad job of getting the word out, and that's why people are asking about shampoo instead of how to fix the damage. So let me make things right today by showing you exactly how to repair your hair. So here's a before and after of one of my clients who followed this repair routine. You can see it's a huge difference and it only took 10 minutes a week. Your hair basically repairs itself on autopilot if you do this routine. The repair routine. If you know me, you know that I love to make hair super simple and easy to do because it's really not that hard. This repair routine only takes 2 products and chances are you already have one of them. The product you probably don't have is a repair product. My 2 favorites are Olaplex 3 and Redken's Intensive Treatment. They both work really, really well. Now to set this up, you need to understand the damage is actually holes in the outside layer of your hair. And these actually repair it on a molecular level by reforming bonds and repairing the structure of your hair. This isn't like those protein products that you had back in the day. This actually gives your hair its structure back, actually repairs it instead of just like patching it up a little bit. So what you're gonna do is on your next wash day, before you wash, you're gonna go get your hair wet and then put your repair product on your wet hair anywhere you have damage. You're then gonna let this sit on your hair for at least 10 minutes. And everybody wants to ask like, what if I do 30 minutes? What if I do an hour? Really doesn't matter. 10 minutes is fine. You don't get better results by longer, at least not in my experience. And I've seen a lot of people use this. After 10 minutes, you're then going to rinse this out of your hair and shampoo it just like you normally would. Nothing different at all. After you're done shampooing, rinse that out, but instead of a conditioner, you're gonna use our second product here, and these are the only 2 products we're gonna use. You're then going to use a mask instead of your conditioner. You're gonna let this mask sit in your hair for 8 minutes while you do all your other shower stuff, and then when you're done, after 8 minutes, You're just gonna rinse this out. It's that easy. So just a quick recap, these are the only two products you need: a repair product, then you probably already have a mask. Then all you're gonna do is, before you wash your hair, let this sit on your hair for 10 minutes. Use this instead of conditioner. Game over. Amazing hair. These before and afters were taken about 12 weeks apart, but really it usually doesn't take that long, and you see an improvement from day one. It's really awesome. Dry shampoo. So I recently hired someone new on my team, and she was completely honest with me, which I absolutely love. And she told me the dry shampoo doesn't really work for her. She's not a stylist. Anyway, it reminded me there's still a ton of people out there who struggle with white residue or a weird feeling from using dry shampoo. So I did a quick demo on her to show her how it works. Before we go on, I want to point out one quick thing that's really important, and that is the dry shampoo is free. This costs you absolutely nothing. Now that's not literally true. You can't just go in a store and pay $0 for it, but it's true in that it pays for itself. Anytime you buy dry shampoo, it's paying for itself. Let's say that you normally wash your hair every 2 days, but when you use dry shampoo, you can extend that to washing every 4 days. That means that you're essentially using half the hair product. Let me say that in a slightly different way. Dry shampoo saves you time and money by pushing your wash day routine out for another couple of days. It's so much more time you get back, a lot of money that you save. There's no reason not to use this. It's one of the best products on the planet, and it also makes your hair healthier because you don't want to wash every 2 days. How to use dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is a little tricky because there's no other product that you use that's like this. If you put this on your hair is gonna feel really, really weird. Do not use this on your hair. Dry shampoo's job is to get rid of oil. You need to put it on that oil. There's no oil on the length of your hair. The oil is on your scalp. So that's where the dry shampoo needs to go. So to get this on your scalp, what you're gonna do is create a whole bunch of little mini parts. You're gonna start on one side of your head, pull the hair apart, expose your scalp, and then you're gonna spray this in there. You're gonna continue doing this all over your head. You're not just gonna do it on one side. You're gonna keep going, mini part here, expose the scalp, spray it in there, keep going all the way over your head until you get to the other side. You wanna make sure not to use a crazy amount, and you wanna make sure not to put it right up against your scalp. If you do that, you'll apply way too much in one area. Make sure to hold it about a foot or an arm's length away from your head. So you've gotten the top part here, but you still need to get the back, especially the top part of the back, because that's where oil loves to hide and get really gross. So you're gonna do the exact same thing there. Make like 2 or 3 parts, spray it up in there, and you're good to go. What you're gonna do next is let it sit for a second and settle in there. And after that, you're gonna rub it in with your fingertips, not your fingernails. Use your fingertips to get in there, and you're gonna mix the oil with the dry shampoo. If you don't mix it with the oil, you're probably gonna have some residue in there. So make sure you mix it really, really well. All right, so moral of the story, dry shampoo, amazing when you use it correctly. Just make sure that you use it like this, and it's free. Not really, but kinda. Stop buying random products on social, please. So the other day, my salon co-founder was super excited because she bought this new selfie light for her cell phone. She tells me that this influencer that she follows swears by it. She takes all these pictures with it. They come out amazing, so it must be good. But guess what? When it came in, she maybe used it once and then never again, so it was a complete waste. This happens to people all the time with hair products. They see something on Instagram, they get all excited, and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to buy this right away. But it comes in, you use it, and it's terrible, and it goes straight in your product graveyard. Let me quickly take you behind the scenes so you know which posts to trust and which you should stay away from. If you see someone making an entire video about one hair product and they're not talking about, hey, this is good for this hair type, but not good for their hair type, and they're just recommending it to everyone, bad advice. Stay away from it. You cannot recommend hair products unless you know someone's hair type. If you do, you're gonna waste a ton of people's money and put a ton of hair products in the graveyard. Good hair advice always talks about hair type and product categories, which is why you need to think in terms of product categories. When you hear a product is good and you get excited and you wanna go out and buy it, you need to stop and think to yourself, do I already have something in that product category? Do I really need another? Let's use makeup as an analogy here just for a second. If you have a foundation that you absolutely love and somebody advertises another foundation, you're like, okay, I already have that. or maybe you just want to buy it anyways. But let's just pretend you just think that you have the perfect foundation. But with hair, it's much harder to tell what products are in what categories. So a lot of the time you'll end up buying 5 hair products that all do the exact same thing when you only needed one of them. And with makeup, it's really easy. You know exactly how to use those products. You know where lipstick goes. You know where foundation goes. You know where eyeshadow goes. But when it comes back to hair, if you don't know which product category your product is in, you don't know where to use it. So when you're using hair products, it's almost like you're using lipstick as a foundation all over your face. And then you're wondering like, where am I going wrong? I don't know. You went wrong because you don't know what the product category is. This problem is exactly what my channel is all about. This is the problem that I'm trying to solve. My life's work is making hair simple and easy. If you're looking to start your hair journey, check out my recommended product list. It has a hair type quiz to tell you exactly what your hair type is, and it shows you everything that you'll need to have healthy hair. Please don't buy another product until you check it out. Using too much shampoo. You probably go through shampoo more quickly than you go through conditioner. And to a certain extent, you should, but most people are actually using a little bit too much shampoo. That's actually a really, really bad thing because there's 2 different types of oil on your scalp the shampoo removes. The first type is excess oil. That's oil that's sitting on top of your scalp and on top of your hair that's making it dirty. You want to get rid of that. Shampoo is great for getting rid of that. But the second type of oil is natural, healthy oil that keeps your hair hydrated. And if you use too much shampoo, you can strip away that healthy oil and dry out your hair, which is the worst thing you can possibly do. So your strategy here is to use enough shampoo to get rid of the excess oil that makes your hair dirty. That way you could go days before you have to wash your hair again. But you also don't want to use so much shampoo that you strip the natural, healthy oils from your hair because you'll end up drying it out. The Goldilocks Technique. If you don't remember the story of Goldilocks, basically she needed everything just right. Not too much, not too hot, not too cold, everything right in the middle, perfect amount. So how to use the perfect amount of shampoo every single time? It's actually really easy if you just follow this technique. First off, you always want to do 2 washes. If your hair gets clean in just 1 wash, you didn't go long enough between washes. You should always be doing 2 washes. You're gonna do your first wash normally as you always do it. But on your second wash, you're going to use less shampoo than you think that you need to use to get your hair clean. And then you're gonna slowly add more shampoo until your hair is perfectly clean. The only problem is how do you know when your hair is perfectly clean? And it's actually really easy to figure this out if you know what to look for. What you're gonna do is watch for suds and lather. And I know that you heard suds and lather don't matter, but it's not true. That only applies to really cheap shampoos like Pantene and Aussie because they have ingredients that give them fake suds, but we're not using those. We want healthy hair, so we're using professional shampoo, and with professional shampoo, suds tell you everything. The thing about suds and lather is with professional shampoos, they only form when there's no dirt or oil in your hair for them to bind to. That means when you get the suds, and I mean a lot of suds, I'm not just talking about a little here, a little there. When you get a lot of suds, that means that your hair is completely clean. Picture a bubble bath with a whole bunch of bubbles on your head. So remember what we said, on your first wash, everything is normal. You shouldn't get that many suds, totally normal. But on your second wash, you're going to use less shampoo than you think that you need to use. At this point on your second wash, you still shouldn't have much suds and lather. There shouldn't be that many bubbles at all. What you're gonna do is keep adding a little bit of shampoo and see if you get that suds and lather. You're gonna keep slowly adding it over and over, and it doesn't take that long. Just keep putting more on there until you get lots of suds and lots of lather, and that's how you know that you used the perfect amount of shampoo. Not too much, not too little, just right. The end game. Your ends are the oldest, most delicate, most damaged part of your hair, and you need to know how to take care of them. I was talking to a client the other day who was telling me that they love leave-in conditioner, but they had to stop using it because it just wasn't making their ends moisturized enough. I hear something like this at least once a week because people have no idea how to take care of their ends. There's a lot of stuff out there like split end menders and trims and all that stuff that say they will give you better ends, but here's the thing. Unless they address the dryness and the breakage, they're not going to work, so you have to address that. Here's how you do it. Your ends are kind of like Humpty Dumpty. Once they get damaged, once they get dry, once they split, there's no putting them back together again. So the key here is to prevent damage and dryness before it happens instead of waiting for your hair to split and then trying to fix it. The best way to get nice, healthy, amazing looking ends is to have nice, healthy, amazing looking mids, because the mids turn into ends. The best way to get nice mids is to have good roots, so you need to take care of your hair along its journey towards becoming an end. I'm gonna keep harping on this until my mouth doesn't work anymore, but a healthy hair routine is the best way to keep your hair from getting dry and damaged. It's the easiest thing you could do in step 1 of your healthy hair journey. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you learned at least one thing on how to better take care of your hair. If you wanna start your hair journey, remember it starts with my recommended product list. Check it out. It'll tell you exactly what your hair type is. Don't buy any products from anyone until you try that out. Have a good one.